Good day, everybody. Welcome to the Bible in a Year 2021, and we're on day 316, and we're reading through Matthew 27 and Mark 15. We haven't really concentrated on a lot of the things that were going on during this time leading up to the arrest, but we know that we had the upper room, we had all the intimate things that were going on. It's impossible in our 5 minutes a day to actually go through all those details, but it's relationship that's going on. It was Jesus fortifying that relationship. All the last minute teaching that he's getting in there to make sure that they have, he's leaving. He wants to make sure that he's emphasizing the things that they need to hold on to. And we have the tragic figure of Judas. And we have Jesus being arrested, and Judas, once he sees that Jesus has been condemned, he's been condemned to die, he's filled with regret. He had nothing against Jesus. He had his own agenda. He might have felt disappointment because Jesus didn't lead up to. I'm putting words in his mouth, and I shouldn't do that. I don't know what his motivation was. We can only speculate. But if he was looking for that kingdom to come in because he was a zealot, then the disappointment when he realized that that's not the kingdom that Jesus was talking about. And he's filled with this remorse, and he takes the money back. He wants nothing to do with the money, which tells us the motivation really wasn't the money. Even though that's what everyone wants to pin on him, it wasn't about the money, even though he might have thought, well, I may as well get something out of this. But he takes the money back. But that's not enough to alleviate the guilt and the shame that he feels in what he's done to the man that he would call king. And having not understood the message, not having understood what Jesus had to say about forgiveness and about, through Peter, how many times do I need to forgive? Not being willing to embrace that. He's left with nothing. He's left with emptiness. Even though he spent all this time with Jesus and he received all this teaching that the others had received, we see him filled with remorse. So when we compare that to Peter, who has also denied him, also betrayed him. It wasn't a matter that he actually sold him out to the enemy, but he denied him to the enemy. It's a betrayal still the same. But Peter had heard enough. Peter had experienced enough that he, even in his weeping and mourning and loss, he still held on to some kind of hope. Peter didn't give up. Either did the other disciples. Either did the 120 other disciples. We only all the time hear about the 12, but there were so many more. And this is the point, really, for us. Judas is just, he's a great warning to us. He's this tragic figure. He's a great warning for us. And we need to be aware that it's possible for us to hear the words and miss the message. It's possible for us to read the Bible and not actually get it. It's possible for us to read the Bible and it not be actually transformed in us, that we don't realize it's something that we become. It's not a philosophy that we live. It's something that we become. We are transformed into this. We're transformed into Jesus. It's his character. And if this is not what is playing out in our life, then we're not getting this. We're potentially setting ourselves up to be a Judas, where one day we will just be absolutely disappointed with the outcome in life, and we will deny Jesus. And that's really bad, because he told us that if we deny him before people, then he will deny us before the Father. Yeah. We have to make sure that it's not just fairy tales and a philosophy of living that we're examining here, but it is the transformation from the old into the new. It is a transformation from the world into the kingdom. It is a transformation from what we were to who he says we are. And this is what should be happening. And Judas is a good place for us just to stop and pause and check ourselves. And am I allowing the Spirit to transform me? Or am I just reading the words? Yeah, another great note to leave it on, right? You guys be blessed in this day. Spend some time in reflection and just check your hearts. Make sure that Jesus is your everything. Love you guys. I'm sure he is. And we'll catch up tomorrow. God bless.